Even though they were without Jimmy Butler, I would still say that the 2024 Miami Heat season was a disappointment based on what happened last year when they were in the NBA Finals. They were the 8th seed again in back-to-back seasons. Last year, they were able to beat Milwaukee in round 1, New York in round 2, Boston in round 3. This year, they lose to Boston in an uncompetitive 5-game series. Yes, it was without Jimmy Butler, and hey, you never know. Maybe if Jimmy Butler was healthy, they could have won this series, but a Heat team that isn't getting any younger with their top guy, Jimmy Butler, had another first-round exit, and unless they make some major moves this offseason, it's hard to think that they're going to be any better next season. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Let's rebuild the just eliminated Miami Heat. So it's a Thunder Celtics finals, and the Celtics win in 5 with Tatum being your finals MVP. Both 1 seeds made it to the finals. But for the Miami Heat, Kevin Love retires. We are going to override the LeBron retirement. Who knows? Maybe the Heat end up with LeBron in this offseason. But I feel like every offseason over the last couple, they flirted with trading away Tower Hero for a star, most notably last offseason in the Damian Lillard talks. I mean, it was the offseason before as well in the Donovan Mitchell talks. They traded an unprotected first-round pick potentially down the line for Terry Rozier. It's a lottery protected first, but if they're in the lottery, then it becomes unprotected. So they do lack some draft capital, and it was an interesting move nonetheless. Now, Jaime Jaquez was a great rookie. Nikola Jovic took a step this year. Duncan Robinson bounced back at least throughout the regular season. And this team still has one of the best big men in the league in Bam Adebayo, a franchise center, somebody you can win a title with at your 5 spot because of how good he is on both ends of the floor, and he tries his ass off. But Jimmy Butler was hurt. He got hurt in that Sixers playing tournament game, and they ended up losing to the Celtics in 5. So we have to figure out how to get this team any better. And usually, like sometimes I'll let Jimmy either walk in free agency or I'll trade him. I'm going to try to win a championship for Jimmy in Miami because he's led them to a finals in 2020 and in 2023. I would have liked to maybe get something done for him before he ends up retiring. So in order to do that, we're probably going to have to trade away Tower Hero this offseason. We are going to have our first round pick in this draft at least at 15. So we could target a replacement. I think I would look for, I don't know, like we could look for a guard, but we do have Rozier on contract right now and like Duncan Robinson, but that is not really a good defensive backcourt. And obviously you have Hero as well, but he could be traded. We'll see who I try to trade him for. And when healthy, Hero is a good player in this league for sure. I mean, making 20 or 30 million a year, it's fine. Anything more than that though, I wouldn't really like it. And obviously we could maybe target like a Jacoby Walter in the draft, Cody Williams, but I doubt he falls. Devin Carter just screams Heat culture. We could go for Dalton Connect, who is a similar kind of mold to what Jaime Jaquez last year, very NBA ready. I mean, Matas Buzelis, but I don't know, like Kevin McCullough or Dalton Connect could be in play, or Devin Carter, because they can help me out next year. I don't know if I want a project play like a Buzelis because Jimmy isn't getting any younger. It also helps that we have one of the best coaches in the NBA as well in Eric Spoelstra. So Jimmy does have that 1+1. And I think I'm going to wait till after the draft and possibly team player options to move Tower Hero. So the number 1 pick, the Portland Trailblazers select Cody Williams. Number 2, Ron Holland to the Washington Wizards. 3, the Toronto Raptors take Zachary Reese-Sachet. 4, the Atlanta Hawks select Reed Shepherd. So we're on the clock here at 15. It went Sarr, Topic, Dillingham, Buzelis, and then you had Melvin Ajinka, Isaiah Collier, Filipowski, Castle, T.J. Salon, and Tyrese Proctor. Gotta love that, even though he's going back to Duke. So Donovan Clingan is still on the board, but I don't think I need a backup 5. I don't think I want to waste a draft pick here on a backup center. So if we are going to potentially, I don't know, because I may move this pick. Like, I like the idea of Tyler Smith on this team because he could potentially play next to Bam and Jimmy, but I could maybe trade up for Tower Smith. I mean, we could try that. Devin Carter, like I said, screams Heat culture, but Jacoby Walter's still on the board. And they ended up going NBA ready last year with Jaime Jaquez. I'm debating, man, because I could take Dalton Connect, I could take Devin Carter, but I'm going to take Jacoby Walter. I think it has highest upside, but could still be a good rotational piece. But who knows? I may trade him in a Tower Hero deal in like 5 minutes. The Pelicans just took Zach Edey and Bronny James in back-to-back picks. That is kind of crazy. They would get a lot of social media traction for sure. All right, can Orlando Robinson, a future second and pick 43, help me move up to 27? I doubt it, yeah. I want to see if I can get Tower Smith in the first round. Ulrich goes. DJ Wagner goes, all right, maybe we could try this trade with the Celtics or the Jazz. There goes Aaron Bradshaw, because I would like to get that 4-year team option on him, and I can't move any first round picks, so that's like the tough thing in a Tower Hero trade. So what about if we did that for 29? They won't do that. All right, would the Celtics do that for 30? If not, then we'll just try to trade up. Oh, they can't even afford this, unfortunately. I don't know. Would they do this? Oh, they would. Okay, so we got the 30th pick in the draft. Bobby Klitman goes, all right, so I'm going to get Tower Smith out of the G League Ignite. Big fan of that trade up for us to get the 4-year team option on him. All right, so let's sign Jacoby Walter. Let's sign Tower Smith. I'm not going to get my hopes up on Walter too much because he could be traded. Caleb Martin opts in. I'm fine with that. Thomas Bryant opts in. Josh Richardson opts out. We're obviously picking up that team option on Jovic, who could be traded. I would like to keep Jaime Jaquez. I would probably move Nikola Jovic over Jaquez and Jacoby Walter as well. We are going to offer Haywood Highsmith the qualifying offer. All right, I'm going to do this trade. I've been thinking about it if I wanted to pull the trigger on this, and the Bucks are done with the Damian Lillard experiment. He's getting up there in age. Obviously, he took a step back in Milwaukee this year, and we're getting desperate with Jimmy Butler's ticking time clock on his career. We're going to also get Bobby Portis in this trade as well, and I think that was the sweetener why I wanted to do this. I do have to move Tyler Smith, who I just traded up for. It's going to hurt, but hey, Portis is a lot better than Tyler Smith right now. We have to move Nikola Jovic in this trade, Duncan Robinson, and Tyler Hero, and we are going to get Damian Lillard and Bobby Portis to Milwaukee. We also didn't even have to trade Jacoby Walter as well. So we're going to bring back Haywood Highsmith on a 2-year deal worth around $6 million. I'm going to also try to sign Derrick Jones Jr. to a 2-year deal as well, just to be somewhat of a rotational piece. Could replace Josh Richardson as well. So I know the backcourt defensively is not going to be great, but I think we're going to make Terry Rozier a 6-man. I don't think him and Lillard can play out there. Just two undersized guards. It would not work out. So Rozier's going to come off the bench. I think I may move Jimmy back to the 3. Yeah, or excuse me, the 2. Jimmy Butler, who played definitely some shooting guard in his early days in Chicago. I think he's going to be the 2 guard for us. And Jaquez will start at the 3. Bobby Portis at the 5, and then obviously, or Bobby Portis at the 4, excuse me, and obviously Bam at the 5. LeBron goes back to the Lakers, Paul George back to the Clippers. I'm going to probably try to get Paul George in my Sixers rebuild if that does happen. I'm recording this before Game 6 between the Knicks and the Sixers. I'm hoping my Knicks win, but you guys are probably seeing this after Game 6. All right, so player progression, Jimmy regresses, Bam regresses, Dame regresses. I know I gave up a lot for Dame, and I know he's trending downwards. This is a big year for us. All right, so it's going to be Lillard, Butler, Jaquez, Portis, and then Bam at the 5. We have Rozier, Jacoby Walter, Caleb Martin, Haywood Highsmith, and Derrick Jones Jr. off the bench. There's a chance at the trade deadline, though, I will need to trade for a backup 5. I mean, Thomas Bryant could get those minutes if we feel like we need to put one in, though. And if I didn't want to give up valuable assets for one. Nobody's going to enter the G League. We're 3.5 star pace and space under Eric Spoelstra. We start off the season with a blowout win over the Charlotte Hornets. I don't care really how the regular season goes. I mean, I do. I would like to be a non-playing tournament team, please. But I think could be more of a playoff team than a regular season team this year. So let's just hope we can stay somewhat respectable in the Eastern Conference. We start off with a 2-1 record. We did lose 134-130 to the Thunder. That's a team we could play at one point. They signed DeMar DeRozan in the offseason and Andre Drummond. A tough team against a playoff team last year in the Orlando Magic. We ended up losing by 16. All right, not great. And I'm also not afraid to move Terry Rozier this season as well, if it needs to come to that. We are 2-5. All right. Yeah. I know it was risky to trade for Damian Lillard. So we do blow out the Wizards. We do beat the Hawks. And I wonder if the Bucks will probably never trade Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat just because they've had their playoff kind of clashes before. Jacoby Walter, not a good start to his rookie season whatsoever. All right. So through our first 36 games, we are 18-18 right now. Just looking kind of at the stats for the 2025 Miami Heat. Damian Lillard is our top guy. Jimmy Butler, I'm fine with him cruising through the regular season. That's fine, but I need playoff Jimmy one more time. Bam is obviously a beast on so many different in so many different ways. Rozier's been a good 6-man, man. He's been efficient. I'm just wondering if we could move him. Bobby Portis is a free agent at the end of the year. I'd like to re-sign him. Jaime Jaquez maybe taking a little bit of a step back from his rookie season. Not ideal. Bobby Portis refuses to re-sign. Maybe we trade him at the deadline. And taking a look at the standings, we are 18-18, but that is the 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. In points per game, we are 8th, and in allowed points per game, we are 3rd. So our defense is good, offense not so much. I don't know if I'm going to make a move at the deadline. I mean, like, Rozier could get traded, Portis could get traded. Jaime Jaquez has been somewhat disappointing this year. I don't know, but we are on a 5-game winning streak right now, which is nice. All right, so we are 30-21. So basically, when we were 18-18, we are 12-3 since that time. We have only gone up 1 spot in the standings. We are currently the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. We're 5th in scoring in the East. Defense is number 2, just behind the Knicks. That is intriguing if I want to make a move or not. I think the one thing, like, Bobby Portis has been good, and I don't know if I'm going to find another power forward that's a good fit between Bam. I guess it's Bam and Jaquez right now. So we could theoretically, I don't know. I'm debating if I wanted to make a trade at the deadline. I like Rozier off the bench. Dame has still been very good for us this season. I want to see if I can move Derrick Jones Jr. for Daron Sharp just to have a solid backup big man. Would they do this trade straight up? They would want my 29 second. I mean, yeah, we don't own any seconds going forward. We might as well do that trade. So that is going to be it for me this year. I may shuffle around this rotation come playoff time. Like maybe we move Jimmy back to the 3. And if he's good enough, I don't know. Maybe Jacoby Walter is going to be starting for us in the playoffs. He's been much better as of late after his rough rookie start. I just don't think I'm going to get anything good for Portis right now. So if anything, he'll be a sign and trade in the offseason. And let's hope we can stay as a top 6 seed in the East. I just want to avoid the play-in tournament, please. So Luka Doncic wins his first MVP here in 2025. Ethan Almanza is your rookie of the year. I think this happened to my Pelicans rebuild as well. He was like the 41st pick. He was Mr. Irrelevant. What? That is crazy. Josh Hart, 6th man of the year. Wemby, Depoy. Amen Thompson, most improved. Luka Doncic, clutch player of the year. And Mark Daigneault is your coach of the year. All-NBA first team has Luka, Jokic, Shea, Ja, and Trey. Domas, Halliburton, Wemby, Giannis, and LaMelo on second team, third team. Was just seeing if we had any Miami Heat. Unfortunately, we did not. We didn't even get Bam on an all-defensive team either. All-rookie first team, nobody. All-rookie second team, nobody. So we didn't get anything there, but we did end up as the 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. We're going to be going up against the New York Knicks in round number 1, a rematch from round 2 in the 2023 playoffs. So just looking at the end of the year stats with Damian Lillard leading the way. Jimmy, 17.7 points is fine in 32 minutes. Let's see you turn it up a notch in the playoffs, please. And just constructing this rotation before the playoffs do start. I don't know, man. Do I want to play Jaquez? Jaquez was bad this year for us. Oh, man, that's tough. All right, so honestly, I want to see what Ja'Kobe Walter can do. He's not going to play a ton of minutes, but Jimmy's going to go back to the 3. Walter at the 2. Jaquez is going to get like 22 minutes a night. We're going to play Caleb Martin a little bit more. He was pretty good this season. Shot 38% from 3. Hayward Highsmith and Day'Ron Sharpe could get 10 minutes a night. Rozier at 27. I feel like I got to find more minutes. Maybe I'll go 20 and then 15 there. And I would like to go probably 36 to Bam. And then let's go 36 to Damian Lillard. So let's see what happens here. We're going up against the Knicks, who have Brunson, DeAnthony Melton, DiVincenzo, Randall Robinson. All right. It's a beatable team for sure. We are the 4 seed. We do win game number 1 by 15 points. Dame drops 33 points in 37 minutes. There we go. Playoff Jimmy. Got to the line 11 times. Game number 2 goes to the Miami Heat. Hell yeah. Jimmy Butler had 13 points, shot 6 for 10. I need him to shoot the ball more. But hey, I will take being up 2-0. We go up 3-0. We end up beating them by 5. Jimmy had 31 points on 21 shots. Bam with 20. Rozier with 20. Dame had 8 points and 11 assists. He did not shoot the ball well, and we still won. Are we going to sweep the Knicks? No. They end up beating us by 7 at the Garden. So will it be a gentleman's sweep? Why did Jimmy only play 28 minutes in this game? I don't know. Game 5 goes to the Miami Heat. We end up winning by 9. Brunson had 32 in that L. Lillard had 22. Same with Butler. And we're going to be taking on the 1-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers, who beat the Hawks in 5. In round number 1, Jimmy Butler was our top scorer, followed by Dame, Bam, and Portis. Ja'Kobe Walter was not good, so he's going to get demoted to the bench. Jaquez wasn't good either. Oh man, I'm scared of it defensively, but they do have 2 smaller guards as well in Mitchell and Garland, or at least Mitchell at the 2, so I'm going to maybe try Rozier at the 2, because man, Jaquez has not been good. Walter has not been good. Game number 1 against Cleveland, we ended up losing by 14. We really just scored 10 points in that 4th quarter. Not good. Not good whatsoever. Game number 2 goes to Miami. There we go. We ended up winning by 14. That is huge. Lillard with 41. Bam with 27. Rozier 24. Jimmy 22. That is what I'm talking about. Caleb Martin has been efficient on his limited shot attempts. Hayward Highsmith, same thing. So I think I'm going to keep them. I may even demote like Ja'Kobe Walter out of the rotation. We do lose game 3 by 14 points. Damn, man. Jaquez shot 3 for 10. He's killing me. Game 4 goes to Cleveland. That was the problem with trading Hero for Dame, is I really only had like a 1 or 2 year window with that. Oh man, Dame shot 9 for 25. That is brutal. Game number 5, we ended up losing in 5. That is not good. We lost by 4. All right, on to the offseason. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to ride with Dame. This is what I should have expected, though. Like, I really tried to get Donovan Mitchell, but Cleveland, like, was not trading him. He's almost 5-star trade value. Like, Brandon Ingram, I tried going after as well. It was too tough. And, yeah, this is what it ends up being. Luka, Western Conference Finals MVP. Suggs, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. They beat the Cavs in 7. Damn, and Luka didn't even make it to the finals. He got Conference Finals MVP and losing. The Pelicans ended up making it. So maybe the Pelicans are just really good in the 25 sim. We're going to override. I know, I overrided it last year, so LeBron actually retires. Him and Russ are heading to the Hall of Fame. Russ gets his jersey retired by OKC. Surprised to not see it retired by the Lakers. And draft lottery time. I'm pretty sure we do not own our first round pick. It's going to go to the Thunder at 24. Great. Hey, I took the chance on getting Dame. I mean, Dame's not going to be like a 70 overall next year, like in the 70s, but he's probably going to regress to like an 86. All right, Julius Randle was pretty bad last year. I wonder if I could buy low on him. And the Knicks probably regret giving him $80 million guaranteed. So Rozier has an expiring deal. We'd throw him in this deal. Could I get it done with Rozier and Hayward Highsmith? I don't really want to move Ja'Kobe Walter in this deal. And obviously, I don't really want to give up any first-round picks going forward. So, would they do Rozier and Highsmith? We're really buying low on Randall. They say no to that. I don't know if I want to do Walter. I mean, we could wait till after team player options. I mean, they'd probably do it for sure with Ja'Kobe Walter. I mean, do we do this trade straight up? Walter for Randall? It's not crazy. It's not. Do they have a oh, wow, they do have 2 first-round picks. Okay, what if we did... I don't even know how to make this money work because we have a little bit of cap with Jimmy pending, being a pending free agent. Jacoby Walter and Terry Rozier for Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. When they do this, they say no. They want... I mean, I'm fine swapping first-round picks, but giving up an extra one I think is a little rich for me. I would throw in Hayward Highsmith, but that's a lot. I mean, Randall's an upgrade over Portis, and I would still do a sign and trade with Portis to try to get now a 2-guard spot. So let's do this trade. Would they do it? They say no. They're basically swapping first-round picks at this point. Oh, man, do I do this trade? I think so. Let's do it. We're trying to win with Dame and Jimmy. I got to get Randall over Jacoby Walter. Hopefully, Randall will bounce back. And we have Butler, Randall, and Bam. I mean, that's as physical as you can get. Hopefully, Randall's an okay fit here, and hopefully he can bounce back to being a good three-point shooter. So the number 1 overall pick was Gabe Levingston, a big man going to the Raptors. Lawrence Sloan goes to the Thunder at number 2. He's 20 years old, 6'9", out of Northwestern. Shout out Chicago. We don't have any rookie signings there. Team player options. Jimmy opts out. We're going to try to get an extension done with him. Portis, sign and trade. Hawkes, welcome back. And Day'Ron Sharpe, I want to give the qualifying offer to. So Bobby Portis actually would re-sign with us, but him and Randall, I don't think like each other either. So we're going to lock him up on a 2-year extension, but it'll be a 3rd-year team option, and we're going to trade him. Jimmy doesn't really have a realistic offer. We're going to give him not a 4-year deal. We're going to give him a 2+1, so it'll be a 3-year deal with that last year being a player option. We are going to just flat rate that at $43 million. He's obviously going to accept that. Caleb Martin, I'd like to bring back on a 2-year deal. And we get Portis, Jimmy, and Caleb Martin back. Huge stuff, but we are going to move Bobby Portis. All right, so Dallas will give me Dario Saric and Jaden Hardy for Bobby Portis. Could I maybe get a first-round pick in this trade as well, just to recoup some of those assets? Really? You're not going to give me a first in this deal? 2029 first, would they do this? They would want Caleb Martin. I don't really want to move Caleb Martin right now. I'm going to sign Amir Coffey to a minimum contract, and then I'm going to see if I can get Jose Alvarado as well, who I feel like is also a Heat culture guy for sure. All right, I'm just going to do this trade. We're going to get Dario Saric and Jaden Hardy for Bobby Portis. Not the greatest trade in the world, but I wanted 2 players in return. And I'm going to look to bring back Day'Ron Sharpe on a 2-year deal, probably $7 million flat rate, and let's do that. So $14 million guaranteed for Day'Ron, former Tar Heel. And Donovan Mitchell ended up signing with the New York Knicks, so they made some pretty big moves this offseason, but they lost Jalen Brunson. Come on. All right, so Jimmy didn't regress. That's good. Neither did Dame. I will take that. I mean, this team is older. Obviously, DiVincenzo, I think, was a great add for us. He's going to be the starting 2-guard. Not the greatest defender in the world, but definitely a plus defender and can hopefully help out Damian Lillard a little bit. All right, so for the regular season, it's going to be Lillard, DiVincenzo, Butler, Randall, Bam Adebayo, with Jaime Jaquez, Jaden Hardy, Day'Ron Sharpe, Saric, Martin, and Alvarado off the bench. We could trim that roster down a little bit. We could end up making a trade at the deadline. We're 4.5 star pace and space. I don't need Randall to score 25 a night. I just need an efficient like 17 from him, and I will be happy. We did start off the season with a dub against the Bucks, and we started off the season 2-1, beating the Celtics, but then losing to the OKC Thunder. Like, if this was Randall's stat line at the end of the year, I'd be okay with it. I would just like for that 3-point percentage to be around like 35%. All right, so we're 18 games above 500 at the trade deadline. Wow, we are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Detroit is number 2, Atlanta 3, Cleveland 4, New York 5. We would have the 2nd best record in the NBA. The Thunder are 40-11 right now. In the East, we are 3rd in offense. Defense, though, we are tied with the Knicks for the top spot in the East defensively, so we're great on both ends of the floor. But the Atlanta Hawks do have a pretty good rating differential right now because they're both elite on the offensive end and the defensive end. Maybe it's the Andrew Wiggins effect. So Damian Lillard is still averaging north of 20 points per game on good efficiency. We will take that in his age 35 season. Jimmy Butler, 17 points. I don't really care about the regular season. Like I said, it all just matters for the playoffs. Randall, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. The efficiency is better from last year, and I think we did buy low on him, but you know what? I would like for him to be a little bit more efficient, but it's fine. Bam, 15 and 10. He's due for an extension. Jaden Hardy has been pretty good, honestly. I will take those numbers for him coming off the bench. He's kind of better than Jaime Jaquez, who's rebounding after the sophomore slump he had last year. DiVincenzo has been kind of bad, unfortunately. We are going to ink an extension with Bam Adebayo, where he's going to make $36 million a year for the next 4 seasons. And I'm going to make this trade with the Toronto Raptors at the deadline. I'm going to give them Dario Saric, and I'm going to give them Caleb Martin. We're going to get Aaron Wiggins to come off the bench for us, and we're getting Tosan in here as well, who's not really going to play for us. So now I can give like Alvarado like 12 minutes a night, or he'll get 10, and then we'll do 12 to Aaron Wiggins. So I do want to see how some of our old friends are doing this year, like on the Knicks, Jacoby Walter, having a pretty solid year too. I'm really not surprised he's playing well. Did they also flip Terry Rozier? They may have. Hayward Highsmith's not even playing for them, sadly. Rozier ended up getting traded to Brooklyn this season, where he's been okay. It is cool to see Hero in Milwaukee, though, because I'm pretty sure he is from the Milwaukee area. He's having having back-to-back solid years for the Bucks, and Bobby Portis in Dallas is having a pretty good season. Unfortunately, he just didn't want to be in Miami, but we got Julius Randle anyway. So Shai ends up winning MVP this season. Rookie of the Year goes to Junior Reese of the New Orleans Pelicans. Fred VanVleet is your 6th man of the year in Golden State. Wemby gets Depoy. Solana is your most improved player in Sacramento, and Donovan Mitchell, clutch player of the year in New York. Dagno gets coach of the year, excuse me. No Miami Heat on the first 2 teams or the first 3 All-NBA teams. Ben Simmons is on all defensive first team in Phoenix. We do not get anybody on all defensive second team or the all rookie teams, obviously. So the Miami Heat ended up as the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, though. We're going to be taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in round number 1, who have Ryan Dunn as their shooting guard. If they can find any shot in him, that's all right. They have some elite defenders out there with Dunn, Draymond, if he's still a good defender, and Embiid. They paid him Pritchard off the bench. Derrick Jones Jr., former friend. Looking at the stats this season, Damian Lillard led the way, followed by Randall, Butler, Bam, Hardy, and Jaquez. Jaquez was better this year, 35% from 3, I will take. Hardy was pretty good, though. He may get the 6-man minutes because, oh, man, he may start over DiVincenzo. It's a shame to see Devo shoot that bad from the field because I was, like, excited that we got him in that trade. So Alvarado, I don't think is going to get minutes for us in these playoffs. We're going to go to the 9-man rotation. I think I'm going to go, like, 12 to Day'Ron Sharpe. Good player, but we just got Bam. He honestly may get, like, 10 minutes a night. We're going to go 15 to Wiggins. Let's go 23 to Jaquez. Let's go 24 to Hardy. Devo's going to get like 24 minutes in the starting 5. I would like to go 37 to Bam, Jimmy, and Lillard. And then let's go 33 minutes to Randall. I mean, this is 4.5 star pace and space taking on Philadelphia. A tough round 1 matchup. We do win game number 1. All right. Jimmy had 29, 10, and 5. Dame had 27 points. Game number 2 goes to Miami, so we win both games at home. But you know, a series does not start until the road team wins. Game number 3, boom, the series officially started. We end up winning after a horrible 4th quarter. A dub is a dub. Let's not blow a 3-0 lead, please. And we end up sweeping the Sixers. What a start to the playoffs, man. That's what I'm talking about. Dame was fantastic. So was Jaden Hardy. He actually averaged more points than Jimmy, who's obviously regressing a little bit. Jaime Jaquez is not a playoff performer for us so far. At least Devo was really good in the playoffs, and that is huge for us. So I think I may go like 18 minutes a night to Jaquez. Let's go a couple more to Hardy and Devo. Round number 2 going up against the Knicks. So the Julius Randle revenge series right now. Jacoby Walter may go off on us. They have Brook Lopez there. Game number 1 goes to New York. Donovan Mitchell beat us last year on the Cavs. Please don't let it happen this year on the Knicks. Game number 2. No! Is Donovan Mitchell just owning us? He kind of is, man. He's averaging like 48 points in the first 2 games. And we go down 3-0. Come on, man. Game number 4. We ended up winning. Are they going to blow a 3-0 lead? Please? Can that happen? That'd be nice. 3-2. All right. We're alive. We're technically alive. Game number 6 on the road in New York. We win this. Game 7 is a crapshoot. Anybody can win that. So this is the toughest game I think left of the series. But you guys did not show up in the 3rd quarter. We're down by 9. It's possible. We're down by 3. Come on. We're down by 1. Please. Down by 1. Or now we're down by 3. A minute 50 left. We unfortunately do not have the ball. Devo is guarding Donovan Mitchell. Man, I'm scared of him. Deuce, no. Please. Yes, he misses that. Rebounded by Randall. Randall, run the floor. Back to Jimmy. All right, he's got Deuce McBride guarding him. Deuce, I love you, man. But Randall, you got to score over the smaller defender. Are you kidding me, Randall? Uh-oh. Dame is... Okay, we got to help. No, Isaac left open. Bam had a good contest, and Isaac knocks it down. No. All right, Dame is... No, that was contested. I needed that. I needed that so badly. All right, we just got to clamp up. We just got to clamp up. Who's guarding Mitchell? It's Devo right now. No, we got a semi-good look. He misses that, though. We got to score. Randall, bowling ball to the rim. Come on. There we go. There we go. I needed that. But I need him to make both of these free throws, which is not a guarantee with Randall whatsoever. He makes the first. I mean, going up against his former team, this has got to hurt him. Come on, Randall. I need you to knock down this one, please. Please go 2 for 2 at the line. Thank you. All right, we do not need to foul. And Bam decides to foul. I mean, I'll give the ball to Mitchell Robinson and then foul. Please, can we get the ball to Mitch? Can we get the ball to Mitchell Robinson, please? Let's get the ball to Mitchell Robinson, and then I will foul. Oh, how did I not steal that? All right, play off. Okay, play off of Mitch. Play off of Mitch. Play off of Mitch. Oh, my God. I'm double teaming. We need the ball to go to Mitchell Robinson. For the love of God, please. Well, I can't let him throw it inside to Mitch. Damn it. All right, well... And they're going to just hit the dagger there anyway. No, he misses it. All right, Bam. Kick it out to Jimmy. We got to score quickly. We got to score quickly. Can I get a 3? I cannot. Jimmy inside. Dunks that. 2-point game. I just need to get the ball to Mitchell Robinson, man. And we have to foul Donovan Mitchell. Great. I wish Hack-a-Shaq or Hack-a-Mitch was a lot easier in this game because Mitchell's going to go 2 for 2. DiVincenzo, deep three. I need that. He misses that. Bam gets the rebound. It does not matter, though, because we are going to unfortunately lose this game. Randall misses that, and we lose in 6. Damn. And the Miami Heat have been eliminated in the 2026 playoffs. Come on. And the finals is going to consist of the Detroit Pistons and I think the Denver Nuggets. Yep, both of those teams won in 7, and the Nuggets swept the Pistons. I lied, they won in 5. So we didn't lose anybody to retirement, which is good. I'm just scared of the regression we could see from Jimmy or Dame this season. We do own our first round pick, I think. Or is it going to the Knicks? It's going to the Knicks, so I guess we swapped it. So we have a first rounder next year from New York. All right, I'm going to make a 3-for-1 trade, which I don't advise to do, but next year I think my window closes. So I'm going all in for next year. Jose Alvarado, who's an end of the bench guy, I'm fine losing him. Day'Ron Sharpe, good player. It's going to hurt losing him, but he's a backup center to Bam Adebayo. I don't really need him. Aaron Wiggins, I love him, and I think he could be an elite, like 3-and-D guy for us if we kept developing him, but I'm going to get OG Anunoby in this trade. 1 year left on this Magic contract. He's been okay for them, but is, I think, a massive upgrade, and I didn't have to give up DiVincenzo or Jaden Hardy or any draft picks either. So the number 1 overall pick was AJ Terrell. Shout out the Atlanta Falcons. He goes number 1. Yunmong Yi, out of China. He goes number 2 overall, 20 years old, 74 overall. Could develop into a good player. Alton Kennedy looks pretty good as well. We're going to bring back Jaquez, who maybe all along I should have moved Jaquez instead of like maybe Jacoby Walter at one point. But I do need to add a backup 5 this offseason. Kevon Mooney's here, Charles Bassey. I'll get the vet in Kevon Mooney on a 1-year deal. We are going to let like Tosan walk and Amir Coffey, who didn't play for us last year. So we get Kevon Mooney. We pretty much have our 9-man rotation right now. So I guess we could just try to get any depth if possible. Like we could bring back Josh Richardson, another reunion for the 3rd time. Malik Beasley and Hayward Highsmith. Welcome back to at least 2 of those guys. And we bring in Malik Beasley. As KD joins the LA Clippers. That is kind of crazy. Player progression. All right. So Lillard is an 87. Jimmy's a 92. Jaquez is an 82. We don't get really any progression, but we can run this team back. Hopefully a different result. All right. This is a very good like 9-man rotation. We have a couple former Knicks with Anunoby, Devo, and Julius Randle now. But yeah, it's going to be Lillard, Anunoby, Butler, Randle, Bam, with Jaquez, Devo, Hardy, and Looney off the bench. This team is a 4-star pace and space right now. I guess if we threw in Devo there, we'd go up to 4.5. First game of the year, at home against the Pelicans. We end up winning. OG had 20. Hell yeah. And we started off the season 2-0. We dropped 139 in our second game of the year. Randle had 37. I don't know. We've had disappointing like second round exits for the last 2 years, which is sad. We did lose by 3 to the Nuggets, who just won it all, and 1 to the Lakers. So I would say a pretty good 6-game start to the season, with our leading scorer being Damian Lillard once again. All right, so at the 2027 trade deadline, we've been where we've kind of been over the last couple of years. We're 33-18, but we're in a 4-seed kind of spot in the Eastern Conference. We're pretty much in a 5-team race for the 1 seed right now. Only 3 games is the difference between the 1 seed and the 5 seed in the East. We are the 7th best offensive team in the East, which is not the greatest, and we're the 2nd best defensive team. I don't really know if I should make a move. I'm scared I'm relying on like a 37-year-old Jimmy and a 36-year-old Dame as my top scoring options in the playoffs. But hey, we're all in. We pushed in our chips this season. Let's hope that we can get something done. So Luka wins another MVP this year. Quincy Howard, Rookie of the Year out of Oklahoma. Shout out to that. I just feel like we don't see that many Oklahoma players anymore. Coming into the NBA draft, you have Jarris Walker, 6th Man of the Year, Wemby Depoy, Malachi Branham, Most Improved, Luka Doncic, Clutch Player of the Year, and Mark Daigneault, Coach of the Year. Luka, Wemby, Shea, Jokic, and Halliburton on All-NBA first team. I'm excited to use Halliburton again in a rebuild. It's been a minute, and obviously when the Pacers get eliminated, or if they win it all, yeah, it could be that's the next time we end up doing that. Here's All-NBA third team. We do get Bam Adebayo. Finally, we got somebody on an All-NBA team, and Bam had his highest points per game total since the 24 season. We did finish the season as the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. We're going to be taking on the 7-seeded Hornets in round number 1 with LaMelo, Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Bobby Klintman, Mark Williams, Dave Topic, Capella, Smith, and Aldama off the bench, and Jeremy Grant as well. It's actually kind of a tough round 1 matchup. Here were the player stats, with Dame finishing as our top scorer, followed by Butler, Bam, Randle. Jaden Hardy was pretty good because he knocked down his 3s. Anunoby, and then there's Jaquez, Devo, and Kevon Looney. All right, so how do I want to construct this rotation? I mean, I love the defensive like backcourt of Lillard and OG. I do not trust Jaquez whatsoever in the playoffs, so I think Jaquez is going to get like 17 minutes tonight. We're going to go 23 to Hardy and DiVincenzo. We'll keep Kevon Looney, and we'll go to like 8 minutes because I want to play more to Bam. Couple more to Jimmy as well. 4-star pace and space. Let's see. Can we beat Charlotte in round number 1? I'm kind of scared, but we are up 3-0 and we swept our division opponent. We're going to go up against Cleveland in round number 2. Thankfully, they don't have Donovan Mitchell anymore. Jimmy Butler. We're getting one more playoff Jimmy run. I just want one more. That's what I'm talking about. Damian Lillard was a beast. Bam was so good. Devo knocking down his shots. Hell yeah. I extended him. I extended Dame. That's what I like to see. I even gave Randall a 1-year extension. We're taking on Garland. Oh, they just have swapped out Mitchell for Kyrie. You got to be kidding me. Then you have Terrence Davis. Shout out, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say shout out to Terrence Davis, but I feel like he's just fallen off a little bit in the NBA. Zach Edey is on this team as well. He got traded there. They have a lot of good big men, and they have Gary Trent. That's a good team, and they beat us in game 1. Come on! I've lost in round 2 every year of this video. We win game number 2. I think I've been down 3-0 in each round 2 as well, so that's progress. 2-1. 143. We just dropped on their heads. Wait, did I just see 8 over there? 8 blocks for Bam? Oh my God. Game number 4 goes to Miami. We're 1 game away from the conference finals. Thank you, OG. Thank you. Game number 5. Do not blow a 3-1 lead, please. Boom. And we get a rematch against the Knicks from last year. That's what I'm talking about. Dame, good stuff. So here we go. We're taking on the Knicks in the conference finals. They got Miles McBride, Donovan Mitchell, Josh Okogie, Jonathan Isaac, Mitchell Robinson. Good defensive team. I'm surprised they haven't moved, like, Mitchell to the 1. I mean, Walter's been bad in the playoffs, but they beat us last year. I feel like we're a better team than them. We beat them by 6 to start this off. Butler and Butler and Dame combined for 62. We're up 2-0. 107-101. Don't blow a 2-0 lead. And we go up 3-0 as my Elgato kind of crashed out on me right there. Randall, 38-11 against his former team. Hardy dropped 27. Don't blow a 3-0 lead, and we're going to be okay. All right, they get 2 off us, but we win in 6. Butler, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Shea, Western Conference Finals MVP. So they went to the finals in 2020 in the bubble, lost. They went in the finals in 2023, lost. Here we are in 2027. Can Jimmy finally get a ring? This is the video right here. This is the video. Come on. This Thunder team's good, though. It's got Shea, Giddey, Dort, J-Dub, Holmgren. They've developed that core. They have a good bench, man. They really do. Game number 1, a rematch of the 2012 finals, goes to the Miami Heat by 22 points. We held them to 105. That is a dub in its own right. Oh, I'm nervous. Game number 2 goes to the Heat. Let's go. We blow them out. Yes. Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy from the Bobby Portis trade. They do win game 3. All right. Don't let them win game 4 because then it's a brand new series. All right, we're up 3-1. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We ended up beating them by 20. Here we are. Game number 5. Can we do it? All right, don't scare me. Game number 6. Can we do it? Oh my God. Please. Don't make me blow a 3-1 lead. Here we go. Game 7 on the road. Oh no. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm sorry. Oh my God, don't. No. Oh my God. I am so sorry, Jimmy. No!